In our last video, we talked about 10 common mistakes single men make. If you haven't yet watched that video, click on the top right corner to do so. Or you can also click the link in the description of this video. Today, our focus is on single women. Take note that these mistakes also apply to married women. Men also need to know about them to be able to assist their partners. It is safe to affirm that if you are a single or a married lady watching this video, then you are likely making at least one of these mistakes. It isn't too late for a change. We've got your back. Before we get started, kindly give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you are new here. Here are 10 common mistakes single women make. 1. Not knowing your vision and purpose. Getting married to a man means that you are ready to submit to him. That means submitting to his vision and purpose. The man, being the leader of the home, is the one to guide you in the accomplishment of purpose. You must know your purpose and vision to determine whether you can submit to a man's vision. Your visions must be aligned for there to be harmony, else there will be division. Thy meaning, two visions. Don't just be excited about the idea of marriage, only to get in and realize that you are both going in opposite directions. Before considering any relationship, take time to discover your purpose and vision. 2. Seeing marriage as an end. There are many ladies whose goal in life is to get married. Once they get married, they've made it in life. It's true that, in the past, women were often prepared just for marriage by their parents. Girls were not even sent to school, and they were often given in marriage at a young age. The bride price obtained was seen as a source of livelihood for families. Even in our times, when a family has several beautiful girls, they are thrilled. Gone are those days when women just used to be at home while the man goes out to put food on the table. Your role as a woman is not just limited to the home. You are partnering with your spouse to accomplish purpose. No one wants to marry a liability. Don't be deceived. As a woman, you should be able to take care of yourself even before meeting a man. Don't think that a man will do everything for you. If you are the kind of woman who just stays at home without contributing, your husband won't respect you. In fact, you don't deserve respect. Stop seeing marriage as an end. Your goal in life is to accomplish your purpose. 3. Giving so much importance to the wedding and not the marriage. These days, you see ladies posting their engagement rings with captions such as, "I can't believe it. Oh my God." What exactly can't you believe? That you are getting married? Is it strange for you to get married or what? Do you understand the implications of the decision you just made? People like that are just excited about the wedding, the celebration, wedding photo shoots, receiving gifts, and all the flashy stuffs. Some people just love the idea of getting married. They think that marriage ends at the wedding. If there were no weddings, some people wouldn't have gotten married. Marriage is hard work. If you truly understand what you are getting into, you wouldn't be so hyped up about the wedding, something that just happens for a day. After that, your little few seconds of little popularity disappears like nothing happened, and you are left with the reality to deal with. Are you prepared for that? Don't get lost in planning for a wedding and fail to prepare for the marriage. 4. Performing the duties of a wife without being a wife. You are not yet married to a guy, yet every day you are at his house, cooking, doing dishes, laundry, cleaning and all that stuff. Are you his wife? The next thing is that you will get pregnant. Too much proximity during courtship isn't beneficial. There should be some safe distance between you two. Stop acting like you are married before being married. Of course, I'm not saying that you shouldn't help out with one or two chores or a few meals. However, it shouldn't become a routine for you. You are inviting trouble into your relationship in doing that. If you don't set clear boundaries, everything will become permissible. Trust me, you don't want that. 5. Giving into the pressure of having sex. It is very common for guys to pressure their girlfriends into having sex before marriage. "If you really love me, then you will sleep with me," is what they often say. "Oh, it doesn't really matter if we have sex now, since we are going to get married, right?" Please don't fall for that trap. If a guy is not willing to abstain for you, then he doesn't deserve to be with you. If you start having sex with your boyfriend, the chances of you two getting married are close to zero. You should practice self-control during courtship before marriage. It is the same restraint that will keep you faithful to your spouse. If you get into the habit of having sex before marriage, which is wrong, you would likely want to also have sex with someone other than your spouse in marriage. You'll be more liable to cheat on your spouse because you've gotten used to the infidelity. Ladies, please keep your partners in check. You have the power to control the sexual aspect of your relationship. 6. Getting pregnant will push him to marry me. This is an old trick that used to work about 20 years ago. But not today. Times have changed, and having children with a guy is not what will lock him down. No. Don't think that in tricking a guy to get you pregnant, he will automatically marry you. There is a funny saying that a man can never really know how many children he has. It is common these days to see guys who have kids with multiple women without even being aware of some of them. A guy messes around with several girls and he walks away as if nothing happened. You can never know just by seeing him. The consequences can only be seen with you, the woman. Don't be a victim of that. Getting a woman pregnant is very easy. Being a father is another story though. Unless you are ready to be a single mom, don't try this please. Children are a blessing, no matter how they come into this world. But you don't want to have to go through that pain. You can have your kids in good circumstances in marriage. 7. Overexposing their bodies. It's common to see pictures of ladies these days with little hearts covering overexposed part of their bodies. I really don't understand the rationale behind that. If you take an indecent picture, then why share it in the first place? Does that even make sense? There is a perversion of exhibition on the internet that is really disturbing. Do you think it's by exposing your body that you will attract a good spouse? Of course, it will attract men, but only men who want to sleep with you. Soon, you start dating a guy whose interest is just sex. Then you wonder why only players approach you. Why can't I attract the right guy, you ask? You can't attract a good guy by doing the wrong things. You are more than just a pretty face. Your body is God's temple and should be honored. You don't have to expose your body to be attractive. You can be decent and attractive. 8. Getting married and expecting to change the man in marriage. You meet a guy who isn't born again. You both have contrary beliefs, yet you get married hoping to convert him in marriage. Or a guy physically abuses you, yet you choose to marry him with the hope of changing him in marriage. Just how desperate are you? You can't change someone. You can't convert someone. Only God can. It's your duty to share the gospel with someone who needs it. But it's not your duty to save the person. Only God can save them. The Bible doesn't encourage Christians to marry non-Christians. Stop planning to change a man in marriage. 9. Excessive nagging. This is a real pain. Going on and on about the same issue never helps. All it does is to create more tension. If you've said something once, twice, or thrice, then it's alright. You need to be able to let it go. Talking over and over won't solve the issue. It will rather push him away. The last thing a man wants is to come home from work to meet a nagging wife. That is a sure red flag for him. Women generally talk more than men, and it can be really tempting to go overboard with words. More often, men need to process things first before talking. If you see him quiet about something you've said, it's not because he's ignoring you. He just needs some time to process things. Please, give him some space to think. It really also matters how you express your concerns. Avoid unnecessary criticisms. Express your concerns clearly and tell him what you need. Also, wait for a good time when he's open to hear you. Don't lay blames. Remember that it is you and him against the problem. Please avoid excessive nagging. 10. Extravagant spending. Some women believe that a man's money is hers to spend and her own money is hers to keep. Is that reasonable to you? Such ladies find it hard to refrain themselves from spending. There is a joke of a guy whose credit card was stolen from his wife. His wife called him and told him what happened. He decided to check his statements to see how much has been spent and report it to the credit card company if anything suspicious. After checking the statements, he decided to let it be. Can you guess why? Because the thief was spending less than his wife. Can you imagine that? Though it's a joke, it goes to show how some women exaggerate spending. Some ladies have missed a potential spouse just because of how poorly they have behaved at the date. The fact that you are asked to order whatever you wish doesn't mean you should get everything on the menu. That's just a guy being polite. It's like you were waiting for this particular date to eat. That's greed. It speaks poorly about you as a person. Do you think there will be a second date after that? You should be considerate in spending. Don't just spend because there is money. No man wants that kind of woman. Those were 10 common mistakes single women make. We hope this serves as a wake-up call to all single ladies who desire to get married one day, and also to married women. What do you think about these? Are there some other common mistakes you know about we didn't mention? Please share with us in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you are new here. As usual, the discussion continues on social media. Thanks for watching, and until next time, best tech remains your best bet.